I've been messed up many times.
Really?
This last one was a kind of fix-it job from the guy that did it before, and I kind of looked like Quasimodo because I had one eye here, one eye there, and my mouth was all kind of like this. It was fabulous.
I don't think it was that bad.
It was wicked.
In retrospect, I realize that now. I do realize it now in retrospect. But you know, it's one of those things that you want so badly to match the way your outside feels with the way you feel inside, that you're willing to roll the dice and take chances.
From injecting cooking oil into your face to trusting the wrong surgeon, these are celebrity plastic surgeries that went horribly wrong. Hang Mioku. First, we have a story that's as tragic as it is shocking. Did you know that Hang Mioku once had a thriving career as a model and singer? But her obsession with perfection took a dark turn. After doctors refused to continue her surgery, she took matters into her own hands. Literally, she injected her own face with silicone, and when that ran out, she used cooking oil. Yeah, you heard that right, cooking oil. The result? Severe disfigurement that left her unrecognizable. Despite 10 surgeries to remove the damage, she still lives with the consequences. Talk about a cautionary tale, but if you thought that was wild, just wait until you hear about Mickey Rourke. This guy didn't just want to look younger. Mickey Rourke. He wanted to fix his face after taking too many punches in the ring. Rourke, a former pro boxer, needed reconstructive surgery after his career. But instead of getting his handsome face back, he got something else entirely. He's had 5 nose jobs and countless other procedures, and even he admits he picked the wrong surgeon. Now he's almost unrecognizable. You gotta feel for the guy. But the next story is one of pure DIY madness. Anastasia Polishuk. Anastasia Polishuk didn't just want a little touch-up, she wanted the biggest cheeks in the world. And guess what? She decided to do it all herself. That's right, that's it. She injected her own fillers, using online tutorials as her guide. Doctors warned her, but she didn't listen. Now she's got these insanely prominent cheeks, and she's not stopping anytime soon. It's like a horror movie, but real life. So yeah, when it comes to plastic surgery, sometimes the price is a lot more than just money. And for our next case, is a story of a dream turned nightmare. Raji Narina Singh. Did you know that Raji Narina Singh, a talented actor and LGBT advocate, once fell victim to one of the most dangerous plastic surgery disasters ever? In 2005, Raji sought help from O'Neill Ron Morris, also known as the Duchess, a notorious figure in Miami's transgender community. Raji thought she was getting professional silicone injections to enhance her face, breasts, and hips. But what she really got, it was a deadly mix of concrete, tire sealant, and glue. Yeah, that's right. Concrete. It wasn't until months later that she realized the true horror of what had been injected into her body. The effects were brutal: swelling, nodules, and severe pain. Raji hid away for years, ashamed and scared, until she bravely shared her story on the show Botched, where doctors worked to remove the harmful substances. Her path is a powerful reminder that cutting corners on cosmetic procedures can cost you more than just money. Now, if you think that's intense, just wait until you hear about Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell. This TV icon, known for his brutally honest critiques, decided to get a little too real with his own appearance. In 2023, Simon admitted to going way overboard with the fillers and Botox, and the results? Let's just say he ended up looking more like a horror movie character than the charming judge we all know. Even his son, Eric, was freaked out by the drastic change. So what did Simon do? He got some of that filler removed and started focusing on a healthier lifestyle instead. Now he's all about facials and staying hydrated, a more natural approach to looking good and feeling good. But when it comes to wild plastic surgery stories, Nevin Saganovic takes it to another level. Nevin Saganovic? This Croatian stylist went to Iran for his 3rd nose job, thinking he'd save some cash. But what he didn't expect was to end up with a condition called priapism, a non-stop erection caused by an allergic reaction to the anesthetic. Yeah, you heard that right. It's a super rare and dangerous situation that needs immediate medical attention, but Nevin is still determined to get one more procedure done. Talk about dedication, or maybe just obsession. And now, we've got Cardi B, and you know she's got no problem keeping it real. Cardi B. In an Instagram live, Cardi B got candid about a major plastic surgery mistake. She had her butt implants removed because they were 95% biopolymer, something she regrets deeply. Turns out she got them done in a basement for $800 when she was a stripper, and the person who did it was connected to a case where another woman died from the same procedure. Cardi B's message: never go for those cheap, dangerous procedures. But she's not against plastic surgery altogether. She's had a nose job because she didn't like her father's nose. The lesson here: if you're going to change something about yourself, do it safely. And now, we've got a story that's all about being unapologetically plastic. Katie Price. Katie Price is no stranger to plastic surgery. In fact, she's practically the queen of it. Starting with a significant bust enhancement in 1999, Katie's been on a mission to transform herself ever since. By the time she hit 45, she had already fully embraced her plastic persona. From her 32B to 32DD bust, to her ever-changing face, Katie has been open about it all, and she's not slowing down anytime soon. She even started getting annual breast augmentations in 2019, and with each implant weighing in at about 4.4 pounds. Doctors are starting to worry about the toll it's taking on her health, but Katie, she's doing whatever makes her happy. No apologies. But if you thought that was a lot, wait until you hear about Donatella Versace. Donatella Versace. The iconic fashion designer behind the Versace brand has been a subject of speculation for years, and while she's never fully confirmed the extent of her cosmetic work, her smooth, wrinkle-free face at nearly 70 years old is telling enough. Observers believe she's had everything from Botox to cheek implants. And let's not forget that remarkably slender nose. In 2014, she was spotted with an exceptionally shiny face. Experts say it's a classic sign of heavy Botox use. And while Donatella isn't saying much about it, her face speaks volumes. But when it comes to regrets, Jackie Stallone has a few stories to share. Jackie Stallone. At 91 years old, Jackie Stallone is candid about her cosmetic surgery regrets. She's openly admitted that her procedures have left her looking like a chipmunk with a mouthful of walnuts. Yeah, she's not holding back. Despite her surgical missteps, Jackie stays active. She's tap dancing, working with a personal trainer, and even playing piano for 2 hours every day. She might not hit the Hollywood party scene, but she's setting an example for aging gracefully, and she's not done making her mark just yet. Next on our list, no list of plastic surgery extremes would be complete without Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. The King of Pop's transformation is legendary, but it's also one of the most drastic in history. Starting with a nose job in 1979, Michael's quest for perfection turned into a series of surgeries that changed his appearance entirely. Some say he may have had up to 100 procedures, including multiple nose jobs, cheek implants, and even a chin cleft. By the end of it all, his features were so altered that his ethnicity became nearly unrecognizable. It's a sobering reminder of how far one can go in the name of beauty. So yeah, when it comes to celebrity plastic surgery, sometimes the results are more shocking than the procedures themselves. Now let's get to know our next case. It's a story that's all about chasing a dream and finding a new identity. Jessica Alves. Jessica Alves, formerly known as Rodrigo Alves, has spent a fortune, over 500,000 pounds, on more than 103 cosmetic operations to completely transform her appearance. Starting life in Brazil, Jessica always felt feminine, even as a child, and began her path of self-expression at a young age. Over the years, she's had it all done. Nose jobs, facial feminization, and even surgeries that caused her to lose her sense of smell. It's been a long road, but Jessica is living life on her terms, embracing her true self without looking back. But if you thought that was intense, wait until you hear about Linda Evangelista. Linda Evangelista. This legendary supermodel went through a nightmare after trying out a cosmetic treatment called cool sculpting. What was supposed to be an easy, non-surgical fat reduction turned into a disaster when she developed a rare condition that caused her body to harden and swell instead of slim down. After 7 sessions, Linda was left with bulges that wouldn't go away, no matter how much she dieted or exercised. The experience was so traumatic that she filed a $50 million lawsuit against the company behind the treatment. It's a sobering reminder that even the most advanced procedures can go horribly wrong. And speaking of regrets, Sharon Osbourne has a tale of her own. Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne has always been open about her love for cosmetic enhancements, but after her last facelift in 2021, she's calling it quits. Why? Because she says the surgery left her looking like an effing cyclops. It was a 5.5-hour procedure, and Sharon felt terrible afterward, even confronting her surgeon about her uneven eyes. Now in her 70s, Sharon has decided enough is enough. After decades of peels, lifts, and tweaks, she's ready to leave plastic surgery behind. But what happens when cosmetic procedures go completely off the rails? That's where Priscilla Presley comes in. Priscilla Presley, the former wife of Elvis, has faced years of speculation about her changing appearance. Experts believe she's had everything from facelifts to skin resurfacing treatments. But what really raised eyebrows was her involvement with a shady cosmetic surgeon who used industrial-grade silicone in his injections. Silicone meant for car parts, not people. This unlicensed doctor operated at Hollywood cocktail parties, leaving Priscilla and others with lasting damage. While she hasn't confirmed all the details, the rumors are enough to make anyone think twice before going under the knife. And next, the most infamous transformation of all, known as Catwoman for her feline-inspired looks, Jocelyn Wildenstein's appearance has been the subject of debate for decades. At over 80 years old, she claims her unique look is all thanks to Swiss genetics, but not everyone's convinced. Jocelyn has admitted to spending millions on surgeries to achieve her signature cat-like eyes, and at one point, a court even banned her from using alimony for more procedures. Whether it's natural or the result of countless surgeries, one thing's for sure, Jocelyn's look is one of a kind, so there you have it. When it comes to plastic surgery, the results can be as unpredictable as the procedures themselves. And now is a tale of transformation that went too far, too fast. Heidi Montag. Heidi Montag, once a star of Laguna Beach, learned the hard way that sometimes free comes at a price. At just 23 years old, Heidi underwent a marathon 16-hour surgery that packed 10 different procedures into a single day. From a brow lift and chin reduction to Botox injections, she changed everything, and then some. But what she didn't expect was the toll it would take on her body and mind. Over-medicated with painkillers, she found herself frail and struggling through a long recovery. Now, Heidi admits that she didn't really need any of it. Her advice: think long and hard, talk to the people you trust, and get to the bottom of why you feel the need to change. Plastic surgery might seem glamorous, but Heidi wants everyone to know the truth behind the before and after pics. But if you think Heidi's story is intense, wait until you hear about Joan Van Ark. Joan Van Ark. This Knots Landing star has kept her lips sealed when it comes to discussing her plastic surgery, but her face? That tells a different story. Comparing her photos from back in the day to recent ones, you can see the difference. Experts speculate she's had it all: facelifts, cheek implants, Botox, and maybe even a brow lift. In fact, some say her face now looks so tight it's almost unnatural. Plastic surgeon Dr. Anthony Yoon thinks she might have had 1 or 2 facelifts, along with Botox to keep that forehead wrinkle-free, but without Joan confirming anything, it's all just speculation. Still, the rumors keep swirling. And speaking of rumors, Carrot Top has had his fair share. You know him as the wild-haired comedian with the over-the-top props. But lately, people can't stop talking about his changing looks. Carrot Top. Carrot Top, real name Scott Thompson, has denied going under the knife. He insists that his chiseled jaw and smooth face are all thanks to his dedication in the gym, not a plastic surgeon's office. He even jokes that if he had plastic surgery, he'd look even better. But he swears he hasn't done it. So what's the truth? It's anyone's guess. But one thing's for sure, when it comes to celebrity transformations, the rumors are almost as entertaining as the stars themselves. And now, we've got a tale that's all about turning fantasy into reality. Pixie Fox. Pixie Fox isn't just chasing a dream, she's on a mission to become a living cartoon character. But this path isn't for the faint of heart. Hailing from North Carolina, Pixie has undergone more than 20 surgeries, each one pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the world of cosmetic enhancement. Her quest to transform herself into a real-life cartoon has taken her to some truly extreme places. It all started with her jaw. In a procedure that would make most people cringe, Pixie had her jaw intentionally shattered to create a smaller, more more delicate profile. But she didn't stop there. She's also had her ears reshaped to look like those of an elf, adding a touch of fantasy to her already surreal appearance. And then there's the waist. To achieve the impossibly tiny, exaggerated hourglass figure she dreamed of, Pixie had 6 ribs removed, a procedure so extreme that it left even seasoned plastic surgeons stunned. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Pixie's list of surgeries includes 4 breast augmentations, countless lip injections, fat injections beneath her eyes, and not 1 but 2 liposuction procedures. She's had a brow lift, a buttock lift, and even surgery to change the color of her eyes. Despite all of this, Pixie's thirst for transformation isn't quenched. She's not just looking to push boundaries, she wants to obliterate them. That's why, even after being told by surgeons on Botch that she had gone too far, she's still planning her next moves. Among the procedures she's set her sights on, a public eyelash transplant, a spectacle she hopes will capture the world's attention, and a bizarre operation she calls the baby flower, which would reshape her genital area into something truly unique and unconventional. For Pixie, the line between fantasy and reality is blurred, and she's determined to live out her cartoon-inspired dreams, no matter the cost. But if you thought Pixie's story was wild, just wait until you hear about Jo Chuna. Jo Chuna. This girl's transformation isn't just intense, it's straight up wild. At just 17 years old, this Chinese influencer has gone under the knife over 100 times in a quest to turn herself into a living doll. Let that sink in for a second. Her path kicked off when she was only 13, and it all started with relentless bullying. Her classmates, total savages. They called her all sorts of cruel names, making her life at school a nightmare. But Jo wasn't about to let them win. She convinced her parents to fund her first surgery. And boom, double eyelid surgery was the beginning. This is a pretty common procedure in East Asia that gives you that extra eyelid crease for a more defined look. And guess what? The bullying chilled out immediately. People actually started treating her better. And just like that, Jo was hooked, and just how strong the pressure to fit in can be. But it also makes you wonder, when does it stop? When is enough enough? For Jo, it seems like that line doesn't exist. That's what makes her story both fascinating and terrifying. From horrible disasters to errors that will cost a lifetime, these were the celebrity plastic surgeries that went horribly wrong.